Well, why am I showing hot sauce? Actually, this stuff is actually medicine, believe it or not. If you got a heart attack coming, you feel like one's coming on, take a bunch of this stuff. It'll help dilate the vessels, and it works. Not saying it's a replacement for emergency medicine, but, well, let me put it this way. Emergency medicine may not be there for even like 15 minutes if they're there real quick, right? What are you doing in 15 minutes? You could be dead, right? But the other thing is, we're talking about, I'm saying this because this is a quote-unquote survival channel, and I want to put some kind of emergency medicine stuff out there. And that's really what it is, last-ditch resort emergency type medicine. Now, I keep this is the second bottle I got. It's nothing fancy. Louisiana pure hot sauce, right? It's nothing expensive. It just got a bunch of cayenne pepper in it. And hot sauce actually does have a number of health benefits. The other thing is, too, first off, it can help you with stroke recovery. It can help you lose weight. It can even help with some forms of cancer, especially prostate cancer, hot sauce. A lot of times, if you look at the studies like Mexican males, they don't have too much prostate cancer because they got a lot of hot sauce in their diet, right? So the other thing is, too, it's good to keep around because if you have like survival foods or whatever, it's pretty bland. Always throw a little bit of this in there, too, along with whatever, some other herbs like turmeric or whatever, rosemary, garlic. But the point on this is that it does work. I'm not saying it's a replacement for emergency medical, but even when you're thinking of not in a survival situation, well, it's a survival situation when you're having a heart attack, that's for sure. It immediately becomes a survival situation. But say there's no, even like in a situation where there's medical available and, the sky didn't fall and all this kind of crap, we don't have to wear tinfoil hats or what, I'm just kidding about that crap. But, there's ambulances within 15 minutes. Well, even in that situation, if you got this stuff on hand, drink it. Drink a bunch of it. The way it works is it helps dilate a lot of the vessels, the blood vessels, immediately. And that can help get the blood flowing when you're having a heart attack. That's the way it works. It does work. A lot of people said it worked too. I mean, I read about this years ago, how, what it does and all that. But since that time, I've read a lot of real cases where people said it saved their butt. So I'm putting it out on this American-Russian survival channel because we're talking about stuff where, hey, there might not even be medical available, right? So what do? Right there. That'll help. The one type of cancer it supposed to really helps prevent the most is prostate cancer. Not a guarantee, but like I said, I've kind of I did read, like Mexican males, like, who have a lot more hot stuff, cayenne peppers in the diet, they seem to get a hell of a lot less prostate cancer, and that's another indication that this stuff works. I also know tomatoes and lycopene, but this is not about cancer. I'm talking about a heart attack, and say you're out there in BFE, way the hell out there someplace, and you're not going to get a doctor for like days, if ever, right? Keep that junk on hand, because you don't know when you're going to ever have a heart attack. It's a silent killer. The other thing is, it helps lower your blood pressure because it dilates the vessels. It helps with blood pressure management. It helps with weight control. And by helping with weight control, that helps a lot of different things. Getting down to the right weight, that actually helps with the weight control. Keep that junk around. I look at it as like, it's a good thing to keep around anyway. Got a bunch of bland survival food. But the big thing is, the main point on here is, it's your first ditch, homemade, I don't know what you want to call it. It's not, I guess it's like almost like an over-the-counter medication in a way. Hey man, a lot of times foods are a medication. I don't want to go so far as to say that, but this damn stuff actually does work quite well for. Now, of course, if you're having a heart attack right there in the emergency room, I mean, they're not going to give you this, okay? But more than likely, the help's going to be at least 30 minutes away, and we're talking about, situations where helps might be never. What are you going to do then? Right there, right there. That's the stuff, and you got to drink quite a bit of it. I mean, I don't think you got to drink a whole glass of it, but you're probably going to have to drink more than a few ounces of it to make it work. But it does work very quickly. If you have any kind of chest pains, you ain't got no medical help. Right there. Now, I'm not saying this is guaranteed to work every time, but there's been a lot of people that said it worked very well. I read about this years ago, but when I'm looking at the real cases of different things that happen to people, they swear by this junk. So keep it on hand, not just for like helping managing your blood pressure, your weight, and and the other thing is too, if you have a mini stroke, this can help with stroke recovery. You know why that is? Because it dilates the freaking blood vessels. I should also add on here, because I shouldn't freaking, it's tough to freaking figure out what I want to throw in a video, but I should also add this. If you ever have the Dr. Clark or the Bob Beck Soda Instruments magnetic pulsar on hand, and you have a stroke and you're doing physical therapy for it, you want to use that pulsar with that thing, because it'll greatly aid stroke recovery. I did put that on some video a long time ago. I know they use it with some places use it in the United States on animals. There's one team of doctors that use it in Italy on some patients, and it works. Just figured I'd throw that in here on the end. That's the magnetic pulsar. If you know what the hell that is, I'll put a link down there someplace. I know I did a video on it, but I did so many videos on so much stuff, I don't even know where the hell they are anymore. And thus we got the separate channel. So that's your survival tip for heart attacks right there. Got no doctor? Drink a bunch of that junk. It'll dilate your blood vessels, and you'll probably be alright. I'd keep this junk close by, and I'd be taking it every day, because in a lot of ways this stuff is health food, believe it or not.